Welcome and welcome back to Pero Comma Podcast. Today we're going to be going over 10 books that we're looking forward to in 2026. So
Hmm.
please grab your drink, some cozy blankets or something, I don't know, and join us for our video. All right, guys. So me and Collette have come together and put together a list of 10 books each that we are looking forward to reading in 2026.
Hmm.
Now, these books have been added to our TBR jar for next year. So they get picked. We have no choice but to read it if
Yeah.
we actually follow rules. So let's get into it.
Hmm.
Colette, what is your first book?
So my first book is Lessons in Chemistry. I keep wanting to say Lessons from a Hidden Treasure.
That's
Lessons in
because
Chemistry by Bonnie Garman. Garmus? Garman. It's on the screen. Actually, it's right there. Oh, there you go. Wait, hold up. There we go. Boom, right there. See it? Yeah. I actually watched the show on Apple TV. And I enjoyed it. And then someone was like, "Oh, it's a book." And I was like, "What do you mean?" Now, I love the show. So now I'm going to read the book. Now, if this book is not like the show, I'm going to be tight because I loved the show. I really did. It was so enjoyable. It follows Elizabeth, and I remember her name because she has the same name as Liz. Um, she is a chemist, but this is like during the 1950s. This is like in the 1950s, and women don't work. If you do work, you're like a receptionist or an assistant. You're not a scientist. And she meets a guy that is also just as involved in his work. She doesn't want to get married because she's just like, why would I set myself up for failure? She is very particular. She's focused on being a scientist. She wants her name written. She meets a guy. She ends up having a baby for the guy. They never got married. And then he dies.
Ugh.
Yeah. So you can't have a bank account. You can't own your property. You can't do any of that because, again, 1950s, 1960s. So she ends up getting this TV show as a chef, as a cook, but she does it through science experiments. So she'll be like, if like she'll use her beakers and things like that. But her meals are really good. But that's the only way she can be a scientist or use her science equipment is in the basis of her performing womanly duties. And
Mhm.
it goes from there. Really, really good. Really good. I haven't read it, so it's time because I've had this book for like 2 years. What's your book, Liz?
So I have The First Time I Saw Him by Laura Davis. This
Mm.
is book two. The first one was called The Last Thing He Told Me, and it was they turned it into a movie with Jennifer Garner. Um,
Oh, is that what it's from?
yes.
Okay.
So in the first book, he like disappears. People are looking for him and they think
Mhm.
she knows, but she doesn't. At the end, you see that. Well, anyways. So in this book, since he disappeared, I'm guessing it's the
Yeah.
first time that she's seen him since then, according to the title. I don't know. I'm gonna find out when I read it.
Yeah.
So, book two, apparently she saw him again, and this is the first time she saw him. We'll find out. It's coming out January 6th,
Mm.
2026.
So is this
So,
like Double Jeopardy?
no,
Oh, okay.
no,
I
no.
was just curious. It sounded like that. Okay. My next book is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow.
God, we both had that book on our shelves forever.
I've had that book. I think that was one of the first books I ever purchased when I started Book of the Month, and that was like what, 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago. Carrie loved it, so
We know Carrie's word is law.
so it's going in the jar. What is the book about? To my understanding, they were childhood friends. They both got into video gaming, programming, editing software. I don't know, but they're like in a video game type thing. And I understand it's not like a typical love story. It's not so much a HEA, but understanding people. And I was like, you know what? I like that. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, I heard that it's not like a romance,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my next book. What about you, Liz?
My next book is The 7-Year Slip by
Hmm.
Ashley Poston. Collette, what's the book about?
This
No?
girl, right? She got an apartment from her auntie. Nope, grandmother, grand aunt, child, somebody she old. Anyway, she dies and she leaves her this apartment. I imagine the apartment in my head looks like Charlotte's apartment, but like funky, like Carrie's taste.
Ah, okay.
Okay, but the apartment itself, when I envision it, it looks like
Big.
Charlotte's apartment. Yes.
Hmm.
She walks into the apartment and she's like, who are you, sir? Why are you in here? And he was like, oh, your grandma said that I can use the apartment for the summer. And she's like, my grandma's dead. What are you talking about? And it progresses from there. There's 2 timelines. You got to be mindful of that.
Okay. Okay. That's right up my alley, also.
Yeah.
Colette
And
was
I
not a
thought it was
fan.
right up my alley, but I don't know. I don't know if I just didn't enjoy the way she executed it, but you may feel differently.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's my second book. What's yours?
Okay. My next book is The Fury by Alex Michaelides.
I have that one too.
I'm not gonna hold you. I literally got it because it was Alex Michaelides, and I really enjoyed the last patient, the something patient,
The Silent
the
Patient.
silent patient.
That shit was good.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, let me read your next book, and I never read it. So hopefully, I read it next year. What's your next book?
My next book is Immortality by Dana Schwartz. This goes with Anatomy, a love story. That was the first book. This is book 2, Immortality.
Mhm.
It follows a young girl during a time where girls couldn't be in medicine, and
Mhm.
she is obsessed with cadavers. Like there's some type of sickness going on, a plague going on,
Mhm.
and she's obsessed with medicine and wants to find a cure for it. Again, she's not allowed to be in medicine, so she finds a way to still do her studies in the first book with this young man who would help her steal bodies of the infected so she could study them.
Mhm.
And at the end, he's going to be hanged, but we don't know if it went through or anything. And then there's book 2, where she is
Mhm.
going to continue her studies to find a cure. What happened to the boy? We don't know. We'll find out. So, this is my next book, one of my
Mm.
hopefuls for 2026.
Okay. My next book is going to be Darker by 4 by June L. Tang, CL Tang. It's on the screen. Uh, Darker by 4. This is in hopes of me actually reading my Fairy Loot books because they just sit there and look pretty. I don't read them. So that's that. But also, she wrote Jade Fire Gold, which I have on my wall of favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So I just figured, why not? But my issue, real quick side story. My issue is when I love a book and it's like a standalone and then they write something else, I don't want to read it because then I'll be like, what if I don't like that? And then it ruins my perfect image of what I have of you, you know?
Yeah.
So there's that. But yeah, Darker by 4. What's your next book?
My next book is Saving Sunflower by Ray Lease. Colette, what's it about?
I'm gonna tell you, girl. So Saving Sunflower. Saving Sunflower follows Dominic and Claudette. Look, I know their names. You know why? Because I love them. It follows Dominic and Claudette, and Dominic is a hood dude. He a YN. It is what it is. That's his, as Jamaican people say, his autopsy. That's that. Claudette, however, was not raised that way, and she's in college, and they end up meeting, and they understand each other on a level that other people don't. And then you always have other people that want to jump in and say, "Oh, he's no good for you because he's from here." But just because you're from here does not equate to who you are at the core as a person, and she sees that. And I feel like he finds peace in her and she finds confidence in him. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes.
So, yeah, beautiful love story. Again, that's not even my favorite book of the series, but I feel like that was her strongest story, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. But I love the other relationships of the other characters. But this is a solid start. And then when you see the other characters and they get their books, then you can understand how it.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm so excited.
What's your next
book? My next book, again, Fairy Loot, The Night Blood Prince. I'm going to put my Fairy Loot editions of these books on the screen so you can see it because they're really pretty and I just honestly want to read it because they're pretty. So this is The Night Blood Prince. What is the book about? I don't know. I got it in my box. It's super pretty. And then the box that came that month had a lot of things that I really enjoyed. So for instance, I had a cup. A tumbler. That's what it was. That came with a straw for The Hobbit. Miss May took it because she was like, "You don't even like Lord of the Rings," so she snatched that up.
As she should.
I got a what do you call them? The little desk things like sticky notes, but it came in a little casing,
Ooh.
with a flap on it. Really pretty. Yeah. Miss May was like, "That's pretty and you don't work. Let me take that."
I love her.
And then it also came with like 2 other items, but those were the most prominent ones. And those are the ones I remember the most because they were the prettiest to me. Oh, it came with a puzzle that I was supposed to give Liz that I totally gave to my sister. I'm so sorry. It was Howl's Moving Castle.
She needs to send a picture when she finishes it so I can see it.
Yeah. But that book, the box was solid. And then that book was gorgeous. And I was just like, oh my God. So you should be seeing or should have seen like a little video of me recording the book. The book was just stunning. That's the main reason why I want to read it. What's next for you, Liz?
The next one for me is Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This book was given to me in 2020, I believe, when I had COVID. My best friend came over and brought me a get well basket. And this book, we're not doing this. I don't know why she's acting like this.
I'll let you have it.
Practically met most of my.
Every time I hear you and Janella say, "Oh yeah, my friend," what do you mean? Like you talk to people outside of me? I don't understand.
Baby sister energy. Baby sister energy. Okay.
But please continue.
Anyways, it was in my get well basket that was brought to me. And I think if I remember correctly, they're turning it into a movie. So, description, because I know nothing of this book. Then she was 15, her mother's golden girl. She had her whole life ahead of her. And then in the blink of an eye, Ellie was gone. Now, it's been 10 years since Ellie disappeared, but Laurel has never given up hope of finding her daughter. And then one day, a charming and charismatic stranger called Floyd. That name, like I don't
Mayweather?
think, anyways. Walks into a cafe and sweeps Laurel off her feet. Before too long, she's staying the night at his house and being introduced to his 9-year-old daughter. Poppy is precious and pretty, and meeting her completely takes Laurel's breath away because Poppy is the spitting image of Ellie when she was that age. And now all those unanswered questions that have haunted Laurel come flooding back. What happened to Ellie? Where did she go? Who still has secrets to hide? So that's on my 2026. Collette will be intrigued and want to know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Will she read it? Probably not, but she
Mm-mm.
will want to know what happened.
Anxiety.
So,
My next book is For She Is Wrath. Again, this
oh,
is
that sounds
um
bad. That sounds angry.
it was one of my favorite books, and quite frankly, it's just a gorgeous book.
Colette's 2026 is reading books that are aesthetically pleasing.
That are pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. What is it about? 364 days. Framed for a crime she didn't commit, Dania counts down her days in prison until she can exact revenge on Mason, the boy responsible for her downfall, the boy she once loved, and still can't forget. When she discovers a fellow prisoner may have the key to exacting that vengeance, a stolen gin treasure, they execute a daring escape together and search for the hidden treasure. Armed with dark magic and new identity, Dania enacts a plan to bring down those who betrayed her and her family, even though Mason stands in her way. But seeking revenge becomes a complicated game of cat and mouse, especially when an undeniable fire still burns between them, and the power to destroy her enemies has a price. As Dania falls deeper into her web of traps and lies, she risks losing her humanity to her fight for vengeance, and her heart to the only boy she's ever loved. Now, you ain't finna betray me. But feelings are, emotions are just complicated, so I get it. But again, gorgeous book. So why not?
All right, guys. My next book is The Perfect Divorce by Geneva Rose. This is the second book in the series. In the first book, there was a young lady murdered in the
Perfect Marriage.
Their lake house in The Perfect Marriage. That's book one, is The Perfect Marriage. So in the first book, they find a body in their house out in the woods, their cabin, let's call it that, their cabin. And it so happens that it's the husband's mistress. The wife is a big time lawyer, and she has to get her husband off of this. His mom, uber biznatch, don't like her. And the husband, no, the husband did not. I don't remember now. Did the husband die or not? I don't think so. He's in jail. No, he didn't get murdered. Anyways, rewind. Act like that didn't happen, guys. So, anyways, this is book two. At the end of the book, she ends up getting with her partner, her lawyer partner from the firm that they didn't really get along, but they get together and they get married. So, this is called The Perfect Divorce. So, we shall see what type of shenanigans. I can't talk today. It's okay. But what type of shenanigans Geneva has for us. I like Geneva Rose's writing. It's not Nobel Prize winning writing, but it's entertaining and I like it. I'm here for it. So that's my book.
Yeah, she wrote At the End of the World, Love at the End of the World or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's funny.
I was like, this is funny and stupid, but I like
but
it.
you eat it up. I'm telling you, you have to read. What is that one that she did? It's basically like Real Housewives meet Desperate Housewives. I forgot what that one was called. But that one was so good and so funny. Anyways, what's your next book?
Okay. My next book is it's a twofer. A Magic Steeped in Poison and A Venom Dark and Sweet. Number one, I got these books because they're gorgeous. Number two, Carrie liked them. So that was enough for me. If I'm not mistaken, this follows Chinese mythology. Yes.
Yeah, it sounds.
I want to say it's Chinese. It's Asian. Let's go there. I'm pretty sure it's Chinese though, because I know Chinese and Japanese and whatever have their different things. But yeah, if you see the screen, you see how pretty these books are, and I got them because they're pretty. But it's time. I've had these books for about 4 years now. So if I pick one, well, it's going to be a magic steeped in poison. If I pick one, hopefully I'll be able to read the second book and be done with it and, put them up on my shelf or give them away. But I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy it. What's your next book?
My next book, and I'm trying to find the description, but okay, here it is. Ninth House by Lee
Hmm.
Bardugo. This has been sitting on my shelf. Yeah.
Right
You
there.
see it? You see it right there?
Mhm.
And the second one is up there.
Yeah.
They've been sitting there for a while. Have never been
Ninth House
touched.
was on KU, and that's where I initially tried to read it. I tried that book 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy dark academia books when
Yeah.
it comes to, fantasy. So I'm hoping,
Yeah.
like, that's why I still have Babel, is because I heard that it's amazing, but it's a thickum.
It's a thinkum.
It's a thickum. I mean, I don't know where my copy is, but she thick. So, in ninth house, Galaxy,
Mhm.
Alex for short, Stern is the most unlikely member of Yale's freshman class. Raised in Los Angeles hinterlands by a hippie mom, Alex dropped out of school early and into a world of shady drug dealer boyfriends, dead end jobs, and much, much worse. In fact, by age 20, she is the sole survivor of a horrific, unsolved multiple homicide. Some might say she's thrown her life away, but at her hospital bed, Alex is offered a second chance to attend one of the world's most prestigious universities on a full ride. What's the catch and why her? Still searching for answers, Alex arrives in New Haven, tasked by her mysterious benefactors with monitoring the activities of Yale's secret societies.
Mhm.
Their 8 windowless tombs are the well known haunts of the rich and powerful, from high ranking politicos to Wall Street's biggest players. But their occult activities are more sinister and more extraordinary than any paranoid imagination might conceive. They tamper with forbidden magic, they raise the dead, and sometimes they prey on the living. It has 4.06 on Storygraph.
Yeah. It sounds like a book I would enjoy. I could
Yeah.
not finish it.
No, that sounds like something I would definitely enjoy.
Yeah. So,
Your next book, my love.
my next book is a book that Liz has been telling me to read my whole life,
Your
which
whole
is
life.
Instructions for Dancing by
Oh my
Nicola
God, I
Yoon.
really think you would like it. It's such an easy read and it's so
Yeah.
sweet.
So, what's it about, Liz?
So it's this young lady who, and I actually remember this, surprised. Okay, so it is a YA.
Mhm.
Her parents recently got divorced. She's mad at her mom because she doesn't know why you know what I mean?
Mhm.
She's mad at her mom. She's just angry. She's angry. So she goes to get a book and she finds this lessons, not instructions for dancing, this little pamphlet. She goes to the dance studio because she's like, I need to do something.
Mhm.
Or somebody gives it to her because there is magic. There
Mhm.
is magic. So she's able to see, after she gets this, she's able to see how when people kiss, she can see their end. And that causes her to have like reservations about things. She meets this young man at the dance studio. I believe that he's their grandson, the owner's grandson.
Mhm.
So from there, life stories, growth, struggles,
Yeah.
love, really cute book. I will recommend.
Aw.
Yes, yes. I'm so excited. I hope you get it first because that is such a good book.
All right, what's your next book, Liz?
My next book is Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe
We both
Gong.
have that.
Let's look her up. Foul Lady, right here. So
Wait, where is she?
Collette and I have collected Chloe Gong books. And not even together. We did this on our own without even knowing. And then when we were
Yeah,
talking about books that we bought because they were
they're
pretty,
pretty.
we both brought up Chloe Gong. So here we
I
are.
have like 7 Chloe Gone books. I've never read
She
any.
just released a new one, and the
Yeah.
cover, I was like, Lee, who does
I'm
your
like, who is
work?
your illustrator? They really
Yes.
love you.
So let's go. It was a New York Times bestseller, number one bestseller. In 1931 in Shanghai, and it's 1931 in Shanghai, and the stage is set for a new decade of intrigue. 4 years ago, Rosalind Lang was brought back from the brink of death, but the strange experiment that saved her also stopped her from sleeping and aging and allows her to heal from any wound. In short, Rosalind cannot die. Now, desperate for redemption for her traitorous past, she uses her abilities as an assassin for her country. Codename Fortune. But when the Japanese Imperial Army begins its invasion march, Rosalind's mission pivots. A series of murders is causing unrest in Shanghai, and the Japanese are under suspicion. Rosalind's new orders are to infiltrate foreign society and identify the culprits behind the terror plot before more of her people are killed. To reduce suspicion, however, she must pose as the wife of another nationalist spy, Orion Hong. And though Rosalind finds Orion's cavalier attitude and playboy demeanor infuriating, she is willing to work with him for the greater good. But Orion has an agenda of his own, and Rosalind has secrets that she wants to keep buried. As they both attempt to unravel the conspiracy, the two spies soon find there are deeper and more horrifying layers to this mystery than they have ever imagined. Just want you guys to know this has been sitting on my shelf for a while. That's the first time that I actually read what this book was
It sounds
about.
good, doesn't it?
Yes. Now I'm like, now I gotta wait for us to pick this out of a jar. Like, okay. I'm mad at myself.
It's
Anyways, that
insanity.
sounds delightful.
Yes.
That's my book. What's your next book, Colette? I'm
My next
mad.
book is The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. This book
Yeah.
too.
This is book 2 of The Stolen Heir. Now, this follows Oak's journey. Oak is Jude's little brother from the Cruel Prince series.
Mm.
And I read the first book. I ate it up. I got the second book like the week it came out 2 years
I'm
ago.
not doing that anymore.
2 years ago, and it's just been sitting on my shelf. And honestly, I need to finish it because a lot of people are saying that actually Jude and what's his name is in it. And I was like, oh, I miss them. I want to see them. Now, I don't mind Oak. It's so funny because I remember reading Oak's story and I was like, oh my God, he acts like his brother. If you read The Cruel Prince, you know what I'm talking about.
I didn't read The Cruel Prince.
Yeah. There was a character, The Cruel Prince. And then when I read this book, I was like, God, the similarities. But yeah. Anyways, fantastic story. It's basically following a childhood friend of his that he had, and she's a queen of the Unseelie.
Okay.
Okay. And he ends up liking her and she locks his ass up. That's where we at. That's how the book ends, because it's like, why do you have me trapped here? I'm your friend. And I was like, wait a minute, is she crazy? What's happening? So I really do need to finish it because I don't know how we got there because you guys were friends. I mean, I know
Yeah,
how
but Holly Black is a very unforgiving author. Like,
yeah,
she writes very well. And
yes.
so
there's that.
you gotta let
Prisoner's
me
Throne.
know. You gotta let me know.
And then what's your next book, Liz?
My next book is A Deadly Education by
S.T. Gibson.
Nope, Naomi Novik. It's the first book in the Scholomance series. Here we go. It's really pretty. It's gold, black. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do have. I'm sitting there. I have a book right there by her. Oh, we're on the wrong way. Where are we at? Boom, right there. Spin silver. My hand's going. There we go.
Naomi Novik. So, I decided that Orion Lake needed to die after the second time he saved my life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sometimes you
Gratitude
got to
is
take them
not a
out.
thing. Gratitude is not a thing right now. Okay. Everyone loves Orion Lake. I would too if he saved my life twice. I'm just saying.
Right.
Everyone else, that is. Far as I'm concerned, he can keep his flashy combat magic to himself. I'm not joining his pack of adoring fans. I don't need help surviving the Skullomance, even if they do. Forget the hordes of monsters and cursed artifacts. I'm probably the most dangerous thing in the place. Just give me a chance and I'll level mountains and kill untold millions, make myself the dark queen of the world. At least that's what the world expects. Most of the other students in here would be delighted if Orion killed me like one more evil thing that's crawled out of the drains. Sometimes I think they want me to turn into the evil which they assume I am. The school certainly does. But the Scholomance isn't getting what it wants from me, and neither is Orion Lake. I may not be anyone's idea of the shining hero, but I'm going to make it out of this place alive, and I'm not going to slaughter thousands to do it either. Although I'm giving serious consideration to just one. Yeah, I don't know. It's been on my shelf for years. So time to read it or get out.
Yeah, we should start a series. Read it or scrap it.
Yeah. Ooh. I like that.
Yeah. And then read it or unshelve it. I don't know. Anyways, my final book is another book that Elizabeth has been trying to convince me to read. What's it about? I don't know. Liz is going to explain. It's called Daisy Jones and the Six.
Okay. So this follows a group of people who make a band. And all of their coming together struggles and all of that. Now, that's the easy part of the book. There's the main singer. And then there's this other singer, Daisy Jones, over here. She's the hit. This group is the hit. They combine them together. Of course, the main singer, the lead singer of the band, has a wife, is happy, married. But then there's attraction to Daisy. And it's just that. It's loosely, from what I've seen, not that the author said it, loosely based on, what's her name? Stevie Nicks?
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah. I did not hear that from the author, so don't.
Yeah.
That's just what people have said. I loved the book. It's written in interview style, so it's a quick read. The show, I wasn't so much of a fan of the show. It did differ a lot from the book. Like, there were key things. One of the things, and it won't spoil the book, the lead singer, he's with this girl. I want to say her name might be Camila. I don't remember. But he's with her, and she accepts him and the lifestyle that comes with what he does. And she's happy with it. She's happy to be a mom and be a stay-at-home mom with the kids and spend her time with the kids. In the show, they didn't portray it that way. Like, she was not happy with what he did. And, I didn't like that.
Okay.
There were other things as well that I didn't like, but we could talk about it after you read the book.
Okay. Well, there you have it, y'all. Daisy Jones and the Six. That's my final book of one of the books I want to read in 2026. And Liz, what is your final book?
My final book is The Seventh Veil of Salome by Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I really like Sylvia's writing, and I bought this book last year and have not read it yet. But when I always look at it to read, I just don't pick it up. So now, hopefully with this, I'll be forced to pick it up. And this 1950s Hollywood. Okay. Let me stop. Every actress wants to play Salome, the star-making role in a big-budget movie about the legendary woman whose story has inspired artists since ancient times. So when the film's mercurial director cast Vera Larios, an unknown Mexican ingenue. Okay. In the lead role, she quickly becomes the talk of the town. Vera also becomes an object of envy for Nancy Hartley, a bit player whose career has stalled and will do anything to win the fame she believes she richly deserves. Two actresses, both determined to make it to the top in Golden Age Hollywood, a city overflowing with gossip, scandal, and intrigue, make for a sizzling combination. But this is a tale of three women, for it's also the story of the Princess Salome herself, consumed with desire for the fiery prophet who foretells the doom of her stepfather, Herod. A woman torn between the decree of duty and the yearning of her heart. Before the curtain comes down, there will be tears, tragedy, and a plenty in this sexy Technicolor saga.
This seems very 2014 Great Gatsby-esque.
I don't know. I didn't get that. But
I'm just
her
saying, like the way
writing.
I'm envisioning
Oh,
it in
oh,
my
oh,
mind.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I really enjoy her writing, so I'm excited
Yeah.
for this because it sounds all like glitzy and all that, but
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a dark twist in there because all her books have it. So I'm excited to read that one as well.
Gotcha.
So those are our 2026 TBR hopefuls. I mean, really, really big hopefuls because we really want to read them.
Yes.
So let us know. Have you read any of them? Do you guys have any thoughts on them? Are you going to read any of them? What are your 2026 hopefuls? Let
Yeah.
us know. Let us know. Thank you guys so much for being here for another episode. We appreciate you guys. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow us on all our socials: Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Again, we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.